Back again, viewers and subscribers. You don't know the boy Yardman there. Pleasant good day to you, viewers. What's going on, people? You don't know the boy Yardman there. Yes, people, today we're going to talk about football, but it's not going to be my beloved Arsenal. Apparently, it's going to be my beloved one and only Jamaica. Yes, so people, last night, this morning, actually, yesterday, actually, Cecil from AFTV contacted me and said, listen, we want to do the watch along for Jamaica. Can you join us? I was like, oh, right, that's too late, you know. I got work like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I said, no, for my country, bam, I would do it. Say no more, my brother. Yes, boom. Stay up. Well, I fell asleep and then I get up about 10 minutes before the match kick off. Jump on it and whatever. Yeah, see the lineup, the 4-2-3-1. I do not watch Jamaica that much, if I'm being honest. So I wasn't too familiar with the players them, but when I know that the building up, that I know that Jamaica have to win for them to actually qualify as group for the World Cup, unless they're going to go into that knockout stage. Yeah. But when I see the 4-2-3-1, I'm like to myself, this two all-in midfielder here, does this really make sense? Because we need to win. We are not defending. So the 4-2 all-in and the 3, you're gonna have the 2 winger and number 9, number 10. But I like, okay, maybe I'm trying to not lose the game, but trying to tighten it up, and then maybe go for it. But the first half, match kickoff and everything, I think it would have played Curacao. And if it's not Curacao, people, sorry. And Jamaica didn't look. You know what? If I'm being honest, I'm gonna be totally honest here. I've been watching the Premier League properly since 2001, properly. And before that, I believe that the likes of watching football in Jamaica, the likes of Pepe, Walter Boy, Kevin Pele Wilson, Buckley, what's him called, Anandilo, Shandyman, Ricardo Gardner, you name it back then, from early 2000, 98, 96, 97, coming up to the early 2000. I did believe that these players are some magnificent players. When I used to go and watch Arnett Garden play on a Sunday, more likely on a Sunday, the Premier League, Jackie Bell, or what you want to call it, I forgot. It used to be like, raw, if these men ever go to foreign, them man are going to mash up foreign. Little did I know that it wasn't like that. Because I was watching the game last night, and on the watch along, we were asking, what could we compare this former football with? Which league in England? And to be honest, everybody said Division 2. Everybody said Division 2. The level that Jamaica is playing, it do not qualify to play World Cup. The level that they're playing, they could not beat a premiership team. We're talking about a premiership, not Premier League. Because you have Premier League and then Premiership and then Division 1 and Division 2 go down or whatever. But Division 1 and the Premiership is Division 1 and whatever. I'm not sure. But the Premiership and Premier League, EPL, English Premier League, Premiership, sorry. The level of football was playing last night, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. We wouldn't be able to sustain no team at the World Cup. We wouldn't able to. Now, first thing first, I want to say, the JFF, Jamaica Federation, Football Federation, or what they're going to call, whatever they call, yeah? Sorry for my ignorance. They need to understand that the first thing first, for Jamaica to be the first English-speaking Caribbean island to qualify to play in the World Cup 1998, we should have a football stadium. That's the first thing. We have to have a football stadium. We don't have a football stadium. We have a football plus track and field stadium. That shouldn't be happening. You have an atmosphere for football. Because when you know you come to play the Reggae Boys in Jamaica, you're going to come to an atmosphere where those fans is the 12 man. You're going to hear the noise. Is going to be nothing that you ever witness. But we don't have a football stadium. The dressing room, I hear that player rather stay out in the passage or the corridor than go in the dressing room because it is... This, we're talking about Jamaica. We're talking about Jamaican people. We're not talking about a third world country. Because me personally, don't see Jamaica as a third world. I see Jamaica as above third world, more like a fourth world country then. I don't see Jamaica as a third world country. So for we not to have a football stadium, that is wrong. It is utterly wrong. And how are we going to advance if we don't have the facility to entertain or to train the player them to go out on the big stage? I was looking at the pitch, and the pitch was shambolic, to say the least. It was pure patch, dig up when they play them running on the pitch. Like, this is a country where we have sunshine. It's not like England. It's not like Canada or some part of America or other part of Europe that doesn't really see much sunshine. Jamaica, if it's one thing grass need to grow, is sun. So we should have immaculate, you hear what I said? Immaculate pitch to play football on. Not pitch that I see the player them playing on last night. That's number one. Number two, we need to get a hold of the Jamaica Federation, Football Federation, and we need to take them up, bungle them, and put them one side away from, when I mean away, we need, Melissa should just take them. Because these people is not making the country go forward in sports, especially football, where we should be in the Caribbean. We should be the leading Caribbean football team. When you're talking about, in the Caribbean, the first thing is Jamaica. The first thing is Jamaica. We are not. You're going to tell me 80 qualify for the World Cup. Now, if my mind serves me right, 80 have, I don't believe them have a prime minister there, a president there, whosoever. I don't believe them have somebody running the country. The last time I checked it out, maybe I'm being a bit naive. Maybe 80 have the prime minister or president now running the country, but 80 is in disarray. 80 lit by a hurricane a couple of years ago, plus them have this big riot where the president executed. Nobody running the country apart from this guy they call Meatloaf. I believe something like that. Yeah, I think it's Meatloaf or something like that they call him. Yeah, he's the one who's running the country. The country is in disarray, but yet still 80 could manage to qualify for the World Cup. 80 could manage to qualify for the World Cup. Country like Panama qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, and you're telling me that Jamaica did not qualify. When I hear that America, Canada, and Mexico gonna host the World Cup, I'm like, yes! Jamaica can qualify now because we don't have America to deal with. We don't have Mexico to deal with. And those are the two countries that used to stop Jamaica from qualifying. And I said, yes, there's nothing gonna stop us now. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with Jamaica football because Jamaica tends to play the type of hours where we will be sleeping after get up early to go to work. And sometimes I try my best and I just drop asleep and didn't get to watch the game because they play football sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, yeah? So we don't get that to unless we're going to dedicate, like last night, I dedicate to watch it. So that was the second. Third, why does JFF feel like Steve McLaren was the one to take Jamaica to the promised land? Why does they feel like Steve McLaren was the one? You know why? When I realized that this guy wasn't the one. When Jamaica was playing the Unity Cup in Brentford Stadium, I went, I do something for one of the sponsors them, and they give me a ticket, and I went, me and my kids, my two sons, and went. And Steve McLaren, I was sitting Steve McLaren's next to the bench, and Steve McLaren was sitting up top, away from the pitch and the bench. And I don't know if he was just observing, but I just never see that happen before. I normally see coach sit away when they on a ban, but I always see coach on the touchline. He wasn't there. He wasn't there. First game, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. In the second half, I think him come down and then him go back up. And that one, for me, I like I said, I don't play football professionally. I'm not going to say I'm a footballer, but I watch football. I understand football. I understand formation in football. I understand how players are supposed to play football. I have knowledge of football. I don't have knowledge that I can get up and coach, but I have knowledge that I can see when formation change on the pitch, how players playing, if they're playing good or the next thing. I have a little, about maybe 0.5% of knowledge of football that can carry me through, so I can speak on it. That little 0.5% people out of 10, I can speak on football because people hear me speak about Arsenal. Yeah, and I can hold my own when I'm speaking about. I don't just come out and speak about balonies and just say Arteta out and not have receipt. So I know a little bit about football. We are fans. Yes, we are entitled to speak of how we feel, because that's what fans do. That's what you have fans for. You understand? Now, Steve McLaren's, and one of the reasons why I believe that Jamaica failed, Steve McLaren's, I think in first managerial job as manager, it was at Middlesbrough 2001 to 2006, and then he left and go to England to manage England 2006 to 2007. During that time, England didn't qualify for the Euro 2008. Remember, when England is qualifying for World Cup and Euro, they play against Macedonia, Malta, Gibraltar, Latvia. England basically qualify against team that is doctor, nurse, firefighter, police. These are the type of country that pick up these players and they're all doing their job outside football. These are the type of country that England play against to qualify. And Steve McLaren, and them time, hold your horses, them time, it was apparently, I don't believe in that, apparently it was the Golden Boys, the Rio Ferdinand, the Lampard, the Sol Campbell, the Wayne Rooney, and the Ashley Cole, the Wayne Bridge, the Michael Owen, Beckham, Paul Scholes, you name them. They said that was the Golden Boys. And Steve McLaren could not able to let them play in the Euro because they didn't qualify. They didn't qualify. So why did Jamaica feel like Steve McLaren was the one to take us to the World Cup? Remember, this guy barely, I think him get knocked out of the CONCACAF or whatever they play. I think him not even qualify, or they barely scrape through. One of the above. Please forgive me for my ignorance. I should have known this before I come in here. Yeah? But it didn't happen. Last night, people, I didn't see nothing that Jamaica want to qualify for that World Cup. I didn't see the player them playing out of their skin. I didn't see the manager throw on every single attacker that him have. He did not. He wait up to the 70, 80th minutes to put on that guy who playing England on the right hand side. What's his name? He used to play for Charlton. He's not playing for Charlton anymore. He's gone somewhere else to play. Yeah, and I'm saying to myself, like, where is the attacker them? Where is the attacker? Throw on the attacker them, throw on everybody. I know that in the first half we get 2 clear opportunity, we didn't take them. And that was the thing that come hurt us. We didn't take our 2. Second half, we hit the bar, we hit the post. We hit the post. We did not take our chances. Yeah, you can call it unlucky, but if we put out a little bit more effort, we were sitting down here now jumping for joy because Jamaica could have, should have beat that team. Because that team said, you know what, we just need to draw the game. And Jamaica coming out feel like they are the one need to draw the game. Yes, Jamaica would have need a draw if they did beat Trinidad and Tobago, but they didn't do that. They didn't beat Trinidad and Tobago. They drew 1-1 in Trinidad. So we'd have to beat Curacao to qualify. And we didn't do that. Now, people, Steve McLaren has stepped down as Jamaica head coach. Rightly so. He shouldn't even be the head coach of Jamaica because you couldn't qualify England. So you did not qualify enough to come and take over a job like Jamaica, where it's 20 billion times harder than England to qualify. So we know that you was out of your depth. Yeah, you were treading water and they give you the job. Now, if I need to put somebody forward to take over and to help Jamaica with this 2 game, there's a manager that is out of work for a very long time now. And he's a good manager. And that's Big Sam Allardyce. Go and get Sam Allardyce. And the next thing I want to know, out of Jamaica playing the Jamaica Premier League, there is no football in Jamaica playing the Premier League because most of the ball of them that I see is overseas. I don't mind the overseas player, and I would like a manager to come in now to take Jamaica and to help us get some of these overseas players who can qualify to Jamaica. Messi Greenwood, why the heck did you take our passport and didn't want to play for us? Who do you think you are? Huh? You're still hanging on that you're going to play for England. You're not going to Messi Greenwood. You ain't going to play for England. They ain't going to pick you because they have you down as a allegedly. We know, we see video allegedly that you were allegedly somebody who hold on and take allegedly. That's all I'm saying. So they're never going to accept you back. But yes, still you go and get Jamaica passport and still hanging on and waiting. Waiting for what? You can bug off because we don't need you. Messi Greenwood, we don't need you. We don't need you. But we need to start to look at the Tivoli, the Waterhouse, the Cavaliers, the Arnett Garden. Like, we cannot find one player out of those teams to make up, to help Jamaica qualify because the standard of football is it is horrendous. It was horrendous. The standard of football in Jamaica need to uplift. We need to start pump money in football. We need to get a stadium for football. Not even one. We need to get at least 2 stadiums for football. Why is it that Jamaica cannot look to even host a World Cup? Why is it that money don't pump? Like I said, Jamaica is not a third or second world country that where they're suffering. The Waterhouse, the Cavaliers, why they cannot build stadium that, you know, pump money in the stadium and build them stadium? Because once you build a stadium, you can keep a lot of things in the stadium. You can, other club from overseas can come and use your stadium and you make back the money, but it trickle. It's going to take time. But then again, where the investment going to come from? That is what Jamaica government need to do because you can invest now for long term. We invest now in football in Jamaica for the long term. So guess what? Jamaica keep on qualifying for World Cup because you invest. And by invest, you invest in stadium. Yeah, you make sure, say, you know what, the Premier League club, them that play in the Premier League, the Arnett Garden, the Waterhouse, the Tivoli, the Harbourview, the Wadado, and what them want to call them name change now, they're even quite sure. Yeah, they have proper stadium, at least can hold at minimum 30,000 people. At minimum. So when these clubs want warm weather training, when them on a break, they can come to Jamaica. They go Dubai, they go all over, but they can come to Jamaica because the facility is there. And this is what I'm saying, people. You invest now for the future. But everybody want to invest and reap same time. You cannot plant corn today and want to reap peas tomorrow. Doesn't work like that. It can happen. I know it's not a clip of a finger, but it can happen. It can happen. All we need is the money to pump in these sort of thing, investment. And take out corruption out of football and try to push Jamaica forward in football. When we're going to start build, but we're going to start build Jamaica Reggae Boys from now, And we said, you know what, we aim is to reach the next 3 World Cup time. We have to be there and continue be there. But guess what? We're going to miss out now for the next 3 World Cup. Yeah? But guess what? We are building to get there. And then these overseas players would bite your finger off to come and play for your country. Then you will have overseas players who in the Premiership, the Premier League, who kind of on their last leg and they're left in and going to America. They can say, you know what, we can go Jamaica. And that help build up, that help build the football industry in Jamaica, because we start to get a little bit of more quality player coming through there, quality manager coming through, manager coming from all over coming to manage, and we have assistant coach and who is in Jamaica. That's what we need. But it only take people to invest for now for the next 20, 30 years, then they start to reap. And I'm telling you, if you have the stadium will get utilized. It will, because there's a lot of club all over in Europe that they get their break and they want the warm weather training. And because you have the facility in your country, they're gonna come there. They're gonna rent a stadium for a week, and that's money coming in. That's money coming in, and you take a time payoff back for the stadium. You have concert keeping all over Jamaica. Everywhere you look, you have stage show keeper Jamaica. The stadium them can use. That another income coming in again. You understand? You build a stadium where one stadium maybe have a Olympic swimming pool in there. Yeah? Another stadium maybe have you can retract the stadium. Listen, I know it takes billions of money to build these things, you know, but it can be done, people. It can be done. There is trillion going through Jamaica. I'm telling people there's money that going through Jamaica when the government hunt down these drugs dealers. Take them money, put it back in building up Jamaica. You understand? When they get the all of these people them who are scamming and them thing, they get the money from them. Push it back in Jamaica. Push it back in football. Put it back in something. It can happen. But from what I see last night, I don't think Jamaica ready. I don't believe Jamaica even have a slighter chance ready to play this World Cup or any World Cup right now. You don't ready. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. But they're not ready. The level of football that Jamaica is playing, it is nowhere near ready. Nowhere near ready. We have to start invest. England is not where they're at overnight. Yesterday. It takes time. It takes time, and it takes people to realize that, you know what, they start to pump money in English Premier League, and so till it is where it is with value trillion now. Trillion, because club has spent within 4 years, club has spent billion. So obviously the Premier League must value trillions. But it takes time. But this is what Jamaica need to understand. The football, we need a football stadium. We need everybody who's in Jamaica right now, in the JFF, we need to take them away, far away from the football, getting young head coming, people who want more for the country. We need to start look into the league in Jamaica and start make the league more better, so we can have better player coming through. Then we need to look overseas for the overseas player them to help. So at least 4 or 5 overseas player, yeah. Where we need a goalkeeper, we need a defender, we need a midfielder, we need a winger and a forward. 5 best overseas player you get to help out these, and then this is where you see Jamaica football will be getting better and better, and then we start to qualify for more World Cup. We start to win these Conca Cup, or what they want to call it. We start to even challenge the likes of Mexico and America and Canada and the Honduras and the South American team and the Panama. We can be better than them. But it takes time, people, and it takes investment. We're not talking about peanut here. We're talking about trillions of Jamaican money to build stadium. But in the long run, you will get it back. Look from when Arsenal take the pay off for them stadium, Tottenham take the pay off for them stadium. Yes, I know it costs billion to build stadium. I know that, people. I know that it doesn't cost peanut to build it. But if you start from now, you will get there. But if you never start, you will never get there, because you have to start to actually finish. But if you don't start, how can you finish? Big up on the 7 people who don't know the boy. Yeah, man. There. People, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.